came out, gave a breakdown of Jack Della Maddalena versus Belal, and it was awesome, by the way. And dismissing Jack is going to be very common. That's going to be what you in human nature are meant to do. The same way, in large part, that you dismiss Sean Strickland when he drew Izzy. And the reason you're doing it, you get blinded. You get blinded by the fact that he wasn't the first option. You get blinded by the fact that where he's at, and if it was not in light of the circumstances, specifically Rakhmonov being hurt, he, meaning Jack, would not even be in this position. And therefore, he has no chance or he's not going to win. And I will just tell you, the first time I ever saw Jack, and I know it because my partner Ryan called me and said, "Hey, are you watching this? Do you see this kid named Jack?" I sat in this chair 10 minutes after and told you, keep your eyes out on this guy named Jack. JDM. And I've also forgot about that to a degree. I've also dismissed Jack. I've also looked at Jack as an afterthought, which is what he was. It's what he is. Oh, by the way, Sean Strickland wasn't the only afterthought to win the world championship. Dricus du Plessis was not a second thought. He was third. Just so you understand. They went to Chimaev, then Izzy, and then settled on Dricus. Just so you understand. Like, those guys gain a power. I can't tell you, as an amateur fan, how many Olympic alternates have got put in at the last minute and gone and got medals and exceeded what the guy that made the team was supposed to do. There's something to being last minute. There's something to having a clear head. There's something to people dismissing you. Now, I just want to bring that to you with Jack because I got to catch myself too. I mean, I've already moved on. It's going to be Belal, and it's going to be versus Gary, and it's going to be great. They're going to build it up, and these two are going to be wonderful. I've already moved on. But first off, Jack's not the one you move on from. He's just not. He strikes me as a real competitor. And there is a story that you guys don't know. And it's about Belal. And I really respect Belal for this. Because if he gave you all the information on how sick he was, I mean, are you aware that it was on the fence if he was going to live or die? Are you aware of that? All through an infection that came through his toe. I mean, are you aware of that? You're probably not. There is a story that went around the industry. I don't think it came public to you. I think it was just the guys in the locker room. But when Belal was released, he dropped down to see how many push-ups he could do. For whatever reason, that's his thing. I'm going to try push-ups. 5. That's what he got to. And that story may be out, but I'm just sharing for you. Anyone that got that sick, anybody that got that weak, anybody that was in that position, wouldn't overly matter the circumstances. If they've got to turn it around and be the baddest man on earth, and they got 8 months to do it, I think that you would understand where there is some question. And what a stud Belal is. He's not going to tell you anything. He's not going to tell you almost died. He's not going to tell you about the toe. He's not going to tell you about laying there in the bed with his mother crying. He's not going to do any of those things. But I'm choosing to do it because he deserves credit. That's what a badass does. By the way, make no mistake, when he agreed to do all of these things and go from 5 push-ups back to the ring, put everything he's got on the line, he agreed to do it against Rakhmonov. I mean, that's the boogeyman in everybody's closet, except for apparently Belal. When that got switched on him, there was his way out right there. No, I'll wait for Rakhmonov. They keep the belt on. They're not going to strip it. They're not going to pull it. And instead, he agrees to make a change to Jack. And listening to Gilbert break them down, you know, Gilbert was very sure in the things that are not going to happen. Like to Jack, he's not going to get knocked out. He's not going to get submitted. He's not going to get tired. Gilbert said, I've been leaning Belal the entire time. And Gilbert fought Belal, and he was very complimentary. Man, this guy's a study. He just said, you know, as this fight gets closer, I'm starting to switch And I am too. And I'm not to the point where I'm switching and I'm taking Jack. I'm switching my mind that this is something to dismiss. Belal is too good. He's on too good of a streak. He's already been in there and beaten too good and too high ranked of guys. That dismissiveness, at least within myself, as this fight gets closer, much like Gilbert Burns said, is starting to switch.